Hi, welcome back. We finished here. We're going to continue here. Okay. Reflect across X is 2. So we haven't really talked about these rules, so I'm going to leave that a bubble. You don't have to fill that in. X is 2. Okay, so let's make a t-shirt. X is what? 2. Y is not sure. We can just pick whatever the heck we want. Y is 1 maybe. Y is 5. It doesn't matter what Y is. We're told X is 2. So let's graph these points. 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3, 2, 4. X is 2. This is the line. X is 2. End of story. Or beginning a story. Let's reflect this over that line. So, using a little scrap of paper here, I'm going to flip it over this line, and I want to keep track where I'm at. Okay, so I flip it over this line. It looks like it's over here now. Makes sense. So it didn't go up and down. It's just over here. I'm going to stick it through my paper. Looks like it's just right here. Oh, but it's got to be flipped over this line the same amount. Okay. So that looks about right. Flipped it over that line. So this is now J prime, K prime, L prime. Let's check out these coordinates. We got 4, -4. K, we got 0, -1. L, we have -2 or -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. Okay, so we don't really have a rule, but we know that this is definitely looking like somebody flipped this thing over that line, and the line is X = 2. Cool. Let's keep going. It says, write the rule and describe the transformation. So it looks like the original coordinate, PRQ. This is my original one, so I'm going to shade him in pencil. He's my original one. It looks like he reflected over this line. Doesn't it? It looks like he just went flip, then there he is. So what this line is called is the y-axis. So it looks like the rule would be, it was reflected over the y-axis. And what happens to the transformation? Well, this coordinate, oops, this is what I was supposed to, I told you, I'm tired, people. I keep making mistakes, so bear with me. That's what I should have written for the description. Description, that's what it is. Now I'm going to write the rule. Okay, so P was -3, +1. Now the new P is +3, +1. So it looks like everything stayed the same. The only thing is the X was negative, now it's positive. So the X changed sign. So nothing swapped. Y stayed Y. Y was 1, now Y is 1. So nothing changed with the Y. But the X was -3, and now a -3 is a +3. So that's definitely the X change signs. Let's try another one. It looks like this thing rotated, didn't it? Let's try it. This thing rotated. Poops. Maybe if I rotate there, that looked good. But if I rotated here, the X would be pointed that way. So, I don't know what happened. Maybe it's a combo. Maybe they rotated it and then flipped it over. that would actually work. I think that actually works. So I think this is a combination of more than one thing. So let's think about if we rotated it, that'd be cool. And then we flipped it over. Okay, so let's do that. If I rotated it, I'd be there. I'm not sure because I'm doing more than one thing, right? V, W, X, back to you. Okay, so there's my shape. Let's double check I wrote that right. So this rotated, that looks awesome, and then I'm gonna flip it over. So that's a lot going on, and I might not be ready to rate the rule, but I definitely rotated 90 degrees clockwise. Sorry. And then I flipped it or reflected it over this line. This line happens to be called the x-axis. Cool. Page 1 done. Now these are getting a little intense, and so I'm not going to put some more tape on here, but on this is actually page 3. I want you to try a couple of these out. I'd love to see if you get what kind of answers you come up with here. I'm not going to post a solution guide though for page 3. Okay. Page 4, kind of the same thing. I'm going to let you play around with these. Some of these ones that are sliding, I'm pretty sure you can come up with those on your own. So you should be able to at least do the slide ones. Okay. Let's look at this one. This one now says, how would we do questions like question 23? It says, rotate it to 270s, CCW. Well, clockwise would just be CW. So I'm betting that means counterclockwise. Okay. So counterclockwise, bam, bam, bing, bing, boom. 190, 290, 390s is down here. Okay? Pretty cool. Okay. So, the V was in quadrant 1. Now it was in quadrant 2. Then it was in quadrant 3. So, now it's in that quadrant. Cool. V prime. What about W? Well, if I go up 5 over 2, it was in quadrant here. Then if I go 90, 5, 2, makes 90 would put it there. 2, 5. Another 90 would put W here. One more 90 would put W right where my little red things poked through my paper. That's where my W is. Cool. X. I think X is somewhere here. Yeah, right about there. Same thing. He's going all the way around. So you're like, well, that was a lot of trouble. I could have just rotated 90 this way. And that would have been the same thing. You'd be exactly right. So if you kind of had that hunch, you're right. So here we go. V prime, W prime. Oops. We already said this is W prime out here, so this must be X prime. Okay. There it is. So what are our coordinates? 1, 1. W is 5, -2. X is 2, -3. Now what if we moved it again? This would be 3 left. And don't mess with the Y. Not a problem. 3 left would be to subtract 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1 minus 3 is 2. So that coordinate is -2. Oh, 1 minus 3 is -2. So the x coordinate is -2, and remember, leave the y coordinate the same. So this would be v double prime. Now let's move w 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. So that's v double prime. W double prime, v double prime. Okay, so I've moved my shape. One more time, I gotta move x 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. So this is x double prime because we moved it twice. Okay, so there's our shape after it's been rotated and moved. So negative x double prime is -1, -3. Yep, 2 minus 3 is a -1. That's where the -1. This was at 5, now it's at 3. So this is coordinate 2, 2. So 5 minus 3 is 2. Beautiful. That's how you do the combos. So give this one a try and see how it goes.